this is Cynthia for the Kat Scrappiness design team, and I wanted to introduce you to the new product release for January of 2019. So let's go ahead and take a look at what has been released most recently. So the first thing I'm going to show you is the I Love You dies, and the I Love You shadow dies, and you can see that these dies are 2 layers. So you're going to get a script die here, and then you're going to get a shadow piece die that you can layer together. And I'm just going to put these 2 dies together to show you how nicely they nest together. So you're going to get the I, the love, and the U. And love, all the letters are connected, and with the U, it's actually going to cut out each letter separately, but they're very easy to put together neatly when you use your shadow underneath. Then we have the Stitched Sentiment Strips dies, and these are really awesome dies. You can see that they have a beautiful stitch detailing on the inside of the die cut, and you obviously get multiple widths. They're all the same length, but they're multiple widths. So depending on the font size of the sentiment stamp you're using, you're going to be able to find just the right size for what you need. Then this is the Lacy Layered Heart dies. And this is a beautiful die set, which comes with 2 pieces, and they are going to sit together in the package when you receive it, but they're not connected. So they're already separated for you, and you're going to get this beautiful heart outline, and there is the inside piece. And these obviously layer together beautifully, so you can cut out a solid heart for your bottom piece and then cut out the lacy piece to layer on top. And the final item I'm going to show you is the Say It With Hearts stamp set. And this adorable stamp set is really cute because it takes the idea of conversation heart candies and turns it into a stamp set. So you're going to get a heart that's the outline, and then this is a solid heart stamp. So you can pick any color or colors you want to use, stamp them in whatever ink you'd like, and then stamp the outline, or vice versa. You can do them in any order, or of course use them separately. And then you get a very nice Happy Valentine's Day, and each one of these words is separate, so if you want to stack the sentiment on top of each other, you can certainly do that, or you can have them running lengthwise like this, anything you'd like. Then each one of these additional stamps fits perfectly inside your heart. So just like the conversation heart candy has little expressions and sayings on them, you can recreate that yourself with these stamps. And there's a whole bunch of cute little things. Call me, cutie pie, XOXO. This is the kiss sound, moi. There's hottie, dear friend, hey baby, and I love you, which of course is the classic sentiment. But anyway, this is a super, super fun stamp set. So now I'm just going to super quick show you some sample cards that I made using those items. So my first card here is a shaker card. Yay! Love that. And for the filling, I used the Neon Barbie Kat Scrappiness sequence mix, which is a beautiful, happy, pink and sparkling sequence mix. And then I actually went ahead and used a couple different jewels. So I used the fuchsia jewels and the pretty pink jewels. And you can see that I've got some of the, what is that? Probably the pretty pink here on the outside of my card, and then the other pieces are on the inside. And I also used, of course, the I Love You shadow dies to create my sentiment, and I used 2 different colored cardstocks. I cut the lettering in this pretty pink, and then I used white as my shadow layer. So you can see how pretty they look together. And of course you can do that in any color combination that you prefer. And then I used the Stitch Sentiment strips, and I actually cut my little windows here in 3 different sizes of those sentiment strips. So the dies are very versatile. You know, don't just think of them as you have to use the strip itself. This is a way where I created windows with the strips. So there's lots of options there. You just have to let your imagination run wild. So my second card, I took those 3 strips that I had cut from my first card, and now I'm using the strips as decorations for this card front. And I just popped each one of them up on a thin layer of foam tape, so you can kind of see right there that there's just a little hint of dimension. And then the Happy Valentine's Day sentiment from the Say It With Heart stamp set fits perfectly across the length of these Stitch sentiment strips. And this, of course, is the widest one here, but that's what I used for this. And then I did another sprinkling here of the jewels, but this time I also added the red jewels, which are a very beautiful red, and then they have that fabulous iridescent shine, which kind of gives you the multicolored rainbow look. So anyway, I love those jewels. I could put them everywhere. And then the other thing that I used was one of my all-time favorite die sets. This is not a new product from Kat, but it is one of my favorites. And it is the stitched scalloped rectangles. And there's many, many sizes here. And you can see that for my background, I went ahead and cut the largest piece out of some pink and used that as my background. And then this heart is actually this die from the Lacy Layered Heart dies. So as you can see, I kind of had all my products spread out on my desk along with some Valentine's papers and inks, and I just went wild and did a lot of playing. So now here is a super cute card that I made with that fabulous Say It With Heart stamp set. And here you can see that I went ahead and stamped my hearts in different colors. I used mint and this fabulous kind of a soft magenta purple, this pretty almost a corally pink, and some yellow. And then you can see I used various sentiments from that stamp set to put inside my hearts. And then again, I used the Stitch Scalloped Rectangle dies. I used the largest one for this heart paper in the very background. And then I used the next smallest size, or next smaller size in white. So my final card example here, obviously again, I used that same Stitch Sentiment strip die and the same Happy Valentine's Day sentiment from the stamp set. And I did that for my sentiment, and then here I've got the Lacy Layered die cut, and I stitched that, or what am I saying? I cut that large heart out of black. Then I had done some ink sponging here to get these colors, and once it was dry, I die cut that piece with the lacy heart. And you can see all the gorgeous detail. And this actually cut very well. I didn't even need to use my metal shim. Sometimes when I have a more delicate and elaborate die, I have to use that shim if I want to get a decent cut. But for this, I didn't even need that. It cut beautifully just between the 2 pads on my Big Shot machine, so that was really nice. And then for my ink blending and coloring, you wouldn't know maybe just looking at it, but I actually used 4 colors. I used the Abandoned Coral Oxide ink, Picked Raspberry Oxide ink, Worn Lipstick, and Candied Apple. And all of these colors are also available at the Kat Scrappiness website. So I hope that you had fun taking a look at the brand new products and some examples of what you can do with them. And all of these, like I said, are currently available now in the Kat Scrappiness shop. So please head on over there and pick some up for yourself. And don't forget that if you use the coupon code Cynthia10 when you're checking out, you're going to get 10% off your entire purchase. So please don't let that slip through your fingers. That's a great way to save some extra money. So thank you again for joining me. I hope that you have fun crafting wherever you are, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye-bye.